A shocking discovery in Oklahoma City. We'll tell you what took place.
And charges stacking up against one Oklahoma representative. All this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
I'm Reagan Lee. We're glad you're with us. A tragedy in North Edmond where a woman was found in a trash can after being murdered. Investigators say two teens were initially detained when deputies arrived. One has since been released and the other arrested. State agents are not revealing many details about the case as they continue to investigate. Authorities stress there is no threat to the community.
Yesterday, an Oklahoma lawmaker pled guilty to 3 felony charges following an investigation from the Oklahoma Ethics Commission. Former state representative Ajay Pittman admitted to mispending campaign funds and forgery of checks and bank documents. The case dates back to 2022, where in 2024, she admitted mispending nearly $18,000. Pittman agreed to repay the money and pay a fine of over $17,000. However, in June, she asked her assistant to help doctor a check to make it appear the $12,000 came from her personal bank account. Attorney General Gentner Drummond says Pittman will receive a 7-year deferred sentence.
Here in Stillwater, one apartment complex is facing backlash from residents. Tenants at the Remington Ranch apartment complex say they've been without hot water since October. Vesta Reality says they are aware of the issue and are working to restore service as quickly and safely as possible. Residents say the only accommodation they've been offered is the showers in a few vacant units, but they are expected to be shared by everyone in the complex. The City Council is revisiting the resolution to declare the complex a public nuisance on February 9th.
Sticking with Stillwater, the U.S. Department of Commerce is backing a nearly $1.6 billion investment in a Stillwater-based company. The investment into USA Rare Earth will go to advancing a rare earth mine in Texas and expand magnet manufacturing here in the state. Stillwater Magnet's manufacturing plant is expected to open this year. The goal is to extract 40,000 metric tons per day by 2030. This comes as a part of a broader federal push to reduce the United States' reliance on China for critical mineral supplies.
It was a bit warmer here in Stillwater today, but we will see that stick around. Bridget Nye is in the Weather Center with your evening forecast. Bridget.
Thanks, Reagan. Hey there, Cowboys. Let's check out that Thursday forecast. Starting off with our current conditions, we're looking at 35 degrees outside, but with that 15-mile-per-hour winds, it's going to feel like 22. We had sunny skies today, but stick around for your radar to see what's coming up. That's it for me. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Bridget. When we return, big savings could be heading towards Stillwater.
And how art is making an impact on campus. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa. is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
A proposed bill at the state capitol could mean big saving for Oklahoma animal rescues. Senate Bill 1301 would give nonprofit animal shelters state sales tax exempt status. Supporters say the change could save rescues up to $30,000 a year. That money would go toward vet care and facility improvements. Shelter leaders say that anything would make a major difference. Oklahoma is one of only 3 states where nonprofit animal rescues are not sales tax exempt. The bill is set for its first committee hearing Monday and would take effect November 1st if passed.
Yesterday, students from all over OSU came together to use art as a tool for raising awareness. Over 100 origami soul boxes were folded by the President's Leadership Council and other students to honor victims of gun violence. This event is part of the National Soul Box Project. The boxes created at OSU will become part of Oklahoma's traveling soul box display, which will be exhibited at the Oklahoma State Capitol on February 17th. The display is intended to humanize the statistics and remind lawmakers of each life lost.
While the stress of school can sometimes get to you, it's important to find ways to have fun. Marcela Gonzalez is here to give us a look at what's happening around campus. Marcela, what do you got for us?
Let's take a look at how you can fill your time in between studying. If you're looking to get involved, the Student Union Activities Board is hosting their involvement fair tonight at 6. Saturday is the 3rd annual Stomp Dance hosted by the Native American Student Association. Next Thursday, you can get creative at Drop and Draw over at the OSU Museum of Art. For more information on these events, visit the OSU event calendar. That's all I have for you this week. Tune in next week for all upcoming events. Back.
All right, Marcella, cooler temperatures have been in full effect here in Stillwater recently. Bridget, what should we expect these next few days?
Yeah, Reagan, let's take a look at that radar. As you can see with tonight, we're going to have some cloud coverage pass by us to Tulsa, but nothing really stopping here in Stillwater. As we move to tomorrow morning, we can see that those clouds have moved back over to us, and as we continue on with our day, they're kind of just passing through, not enough to create any major precipitation. And as we look to Saturday morning, we're going to see we're not gonna have any clouds except for corner of our northeastern part of our state, but nothing for us. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Bridget. When we return, how a shutdown could be looming this weekend.
And new video surfaces amidst an ongoing investigation. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
In Washington, Senate Democrats have blocked a package of 6 funding bills, meaning a partial government shutdown could hit this weekend. The vote failed 45-55, short of the 60 needed to advance. Negotiations continue between Democrats and the White House, focusing on separating funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Democrats say removing DHS would allow changes to ICE and federal agent policies without delaying funding for other critical programs, including the CDC and the military. Leaders say a deal could still be reached, but even with an agreement, a short partial shutdown remains possible as the House is out of session until Monday.
Newly released video shows an altercation between Alex Preddy and federal agents just days before his death. The video released by Minneapolis police shows Preddy arguing with agents during an enforcement operation last week. Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, was fatally shot Saturday morning during a separate incident that is still under investigation. Authorities say the video is part of an ongoing review into Preddy's interactions with law enforcement leading up to his death. Federal officers have not commented on whether the altercation is directly connected to the shooting.
The Justice Department has filed federal charges against a man accused of attacking Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Prosecutors say the suspect physically assaulted Omar during a public appearance, allegedly targeting her because of her position as a member of Congress. The DOJ says the attack triggered federal civil rights and assault charges, which carry the possibility of significant prison time if the man is convicted. Omar was not seriously injured and continues to cooperate with investigators. Federal officials say the case highlights growing concerns about violence against elected officials.
Team USA is taking shape for the 2026 Winter Olympics. The full team roster was unveiled this week, with athletes from 32 states heading overseas to battle for gold. 98 athletes will be returning to the Olympics, with 7 making their 5th appearance. The 2026 Games will mark the 3rd time Italy has hosted the Winter Olympics, with events spread across the Italian Alps. The opening ceremony is set for February 6th.
With thousands of female athletes competing in this year's Olympics, a new National Research Institute is aiming to change how sports injuries are prevented, focusing on women. Backed by a $50 million investment, the institute will study why women and girls experience higher rates of certain injuries, including ACL tears and concussions. Researchers say female athletes have long been understudied, with many training and safety standards based on male bodies. The goal is to develop better prevention strategies and equipment from youth sports to the professional level. Experts say the findings could have a significant impact as women's sports continue to grow in visibility and participation.
Speaking of women's sports, Cowgirl basketball looked for a big bounce back last night. Mason Humphrey is in the Sports Corner with how the Cowgirls battled BYU right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale, and so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.
Welcome back to the Daily O. Come on in and sit on down because you are in the Sports Corner. I'm Mason Humphrey. Let's talk sports. Before last night, Cowgirl basketball was coming off of a tough loss in Colorado, and the question on everyone's mind was could they get back on the saddle? And boy howdy, they sure did. Have a day, Micah Gray. 25 points from the sharpshooting senior as the Cowgirls pushed past BYU 67-51. Some lockdown defense kept it close in the first half where OSU held a lead into halftime, but the Cowgirls with a second half surge. Gray, Timmer, Hurd, Whiting all knocking down shots to extend their lead and put this one away. This is the 900th win in program history as they now head to Tucson to take on Arizona on Sunday. And you know, with big wins like that come from having big-time energy. And for Cowgirl basketball, their energy has come from an unlikely source. The Daily O's Zach Berger shows how turning up turned into tradition.
Juice. Bring the juice. On the surface, Cowgirl basketball managers Ashwin Thapa and Max Cheap have a pretty simple job.
We'll have to do laundry here and there. I mean, most of the time we're just setting up practice. We'll have to go into film for like scout defense and scout offense. Run errands and occasionally and stuff like that.
But one small switch up, an extra task, created a whole new title and job description, creating the Juice Boys.
Last year it started in Daytona where our head coach wasn't there, and usually our coaches do something to get the players hyped up.
And I kept getting chosen, and I'm like, y'all, I'm kind of tired of this. And I looked at the Juice Boys. I was like, you know what? We should make them do it because they're wild. They'll do something crazy.
I was definitely kind of nervous, and I think everyone else was kind of nervous too because we didn't know what was going to happen. It started with us just going in there and just screaming and yelling and trying to get fired up right before the game.
Well, the first attempt might have just been thrown together. The Juice Boys have only gone up from there. And now they've become a part of every Cowgirl basketball game day right before they walk up these stairs.
Yeah, we kind of embrace it, and now all the girls are excited to see what we're about to do before a game. It makes the job a lot more fun, a lot more entertaining, and I think the coaches and the girls get a kick out of it.
Oh, it's just the expectation. It's like, what are they going to do today? Are they going to break a table? Are they going to jump over somebody? Are they going to wrestle? We've literally seen them do it all.
Not only has it become an expectation within the program, but a feature on ESPN during March Madness last season truly put them on the map.
They're starting to get some notoriety from it. People are coming around asking who they are. The NCAA tournament last year, it went viral.
It's just kind of you don't really expect it. I mean, we're just student managers, It's obviously our first time on TV, so we got a little spotlight and we just took off with it.
Now, the job is still clipboards and cones, but they've shined a whole new light on collegiate student managers.
It just kind of shows how important they are, but it brings a spotlight to other managers because ultimately that's what they are. And managers are kind of the backbone of our program. They do all these things behind the scenes, but it's nice for them to kind of get some recognition.
And looking ahead to the future of the Juice Boys? Is it something you think is going to get carried on? Is it going to?
I have no idea. I mean, that'd be cool if it does.
If I ever get a head coaching job, I'm 100% doing it.
Reporting from Gallagher-Iba Arena, Zach Berger, The Daily O.
Juice Boys giving me a splash of vitamin C. OSU hockey once again makes waves as they travel to Beaver Stadium for a matchup against the Penn State Nittany Lions. The club team has already made headlines this week with the stated goal of going varsity by 2030, and news of a possible on-campus arena adding to that buzz. Having not lost since October, the Pokes are hoping to meet the moment against the top 5 ranked Penn State squad. The team announced on social media that puck drop temperatures will be below 0, and the Cowboys hope that the loss column stays at just 1. Puck drops at 7:20. The game will be live streamed on Penn State's website. Cowboy and Cowgirls tennis is getting ready to hit the courts tomorrow. The men are taking the trip up north to take on Princeton. Pokes looking to stay hot and stay undefeated. OSU hasn't lost a single individual match in their 3 duels and look for their second 4-0 start in the Dustin Taylor era. Match starts at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And on the women's side, they were getting ready for their home opener and a top 10 matchup, but it has been canceled due to an illness within the program. So the GTC will stay empty tomorrow night and will be back in action on February 6th. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't touch that mouse. More discoveries update the history books regarding the deep sea. Addison and Reagan have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, yeah, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Breaking news, President Donald Trump and Senate Democrats have struck a deal to avoid a prolonged shutdown. We'll have more to come on that tomorrow on the Daily O.
High demand for the Harry Styles concert has fans debating ticket prices. Kennedy Coyle has that and more in your A-List update. Kennedy?
That's right, Reagan. Fans are sharing their frustration after Harry Styles tour pre-sale tickets went on sale today on Ticketmaster. Tickets were projected to cost anywhere from $50 to $1,200. However, after fans entered the queue this morning, they were shocked to find that the lowest ticket value was upwards of $500. One fan shared that her 2 Upper Bowl tickets cost $1,532, her entire paycheck. The Harry Styles highly anticipated Together Together tour will be the first time Harry has stepped on stage since 2023. The tour will have stops in Amsterdam, London, New York, and many other venues. Over 11.5 million users registered for pre-sale tickets, making it the largest volume ever for an artist pre-sale. Tickets for the general public are set to go on sale tomorrow. That's all I have for today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Archaeologists have confirmed evidence of an advanced whaling culture that dates back more than 5,000 years. Upon an inspection of cultural artifacts taken from a site in Brazil's Bobitonga Bay, researchers found evidence of harpoons and other tools carved from the bones of humpback and even blue whales. The people, called the Sambucui, were originally believed to have acquired these whalebone tools from whales that had washed up on shore. Upon closer inspection, it is now believed that the Sambucui people actually hunted these whales as a core pillar of their culture.
It's time to bust out the brain teasers, crosswords, and problem solving of all kinds. Today's National Puzzle Day. The day was created to celebrate the benefits of puzzles, including improved memory and critical thinking skills. From classic jigsaw puzzles and word games to logic challenges, experts say even a few minutes a day can help reduce stress and boost mental health for students. Puzzles can also sharpen skills used in the classroom. So whether it's a Sudoku or a jigsaw at home, today is a good reminder to give your brain a workout.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Bridget Nye has our 7-day forecast. Bridget?
Thanks, Addison. Hey there, Cowboys. Let's check out that 7-day forecast. Starting out with today, we're seeing that 38 degrees with sunny skies. And as we move along to the weekend, we're seeing those partly cloudy skies, but the sun will return on Monday with some chances of rain on Tuesday. That's it for me. Back to you guys. But I don't know about puzzles. My family likes them. I don't really.
Not so much you?
I'm a big fan. I love to do the New York Times crossword, all that jazz.
Yeah, anything with more than 100 pieces is a little above my, grade level. So.
Okay, I mean, that's valid. I'm with Reagan. I love a Wordle moment, but anyways, got to exercise the brain. That's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and for the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Reagan Lee.
And I'm Addison McBride. Have a great night, everyone.
Here about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama.